I joined the official Smogon Tournament, one of the biggest tournaments on Smogon. It's a best of 3 single elimination tournament, so if I lose any round, I'm out. For round 2, my opponent is Fusien, last OST's winner. I am literally playing the previous champion. Let's jump right into the battles. All right, so round 2 of the official Smogon Tour, and of course, I am playing the winner of the last OST. It's gonna be a game, that's for sure. A lot of annoying boots Pokemon on this team. I will say, Fusien looks good. I'm leading off with it. Great in the Glide score. And I don't really take much from Earthquake anyway. I can obviously Pain Split. And I feel like you kind of have to respect the fact that I can Pain Split immediately. It's boot spam, so I don't think there's a point in getting up T-Spike. I'm just going to go for Will-O-Wisp, just in case they don't protect. That's basically my thought process there. I assume they get up Rock. Do they even have rocks on this team? It's going to be on Skarmory, right? I'm just going to Pain Split. I don't lose much, and then they get no recovery out of this, so it feels relatively free. And we'll Pain Split again on their U-turn. All right, so let's protect Earthquake U-turn. Probably Toxic last. This most likely only has Shadow Ball, which doesn't do much. I'll Will-O-Wisp here. Again, I really like Fusien in this game, and getting a potential burn off on Pecharunt is really nice. They do Parting Shot into Blissey, maybe? I assume it's Blissey. Oh, they go Gliscor. That's not the end of the world. I think I Pain Split always and just get back. Basically, I'm trying to keep that mon low as hell and get off a Will-O-Wisp if I can. All right, so beautiful. I get a nice little Wisp off on Pecharunt. Obviously, Parting Shot's annoying. I think my Salt Cure mon is really good in this game. I'll Pain Split again on Shadow Ball. Keep him low. And now I can... If I go Garg... I like the idea of Scizor initially. I also kind of like the idea of just going right to Dragapult. I feel like I'm pretty sure it's mixed defensive on the Gliscor. We want to be really careful around those EQs and U-turns. I'll make the Dragapult play. It's a little aggressive. It's definitely aggressive, but I'm gonna make that play. I think Dragapult's really good in this game, and I just want to be aggressive with my Dragapult. I'm really worried about Ogerpon though, for sure. All right, so they Parting Shot there. I don't have Clear Body, unfortunately, but that's okay. Samurot's gonna come out and give its hazards up. Most likely. Let's see. How much do I do to Samurott? Gliscor comes out. Toxic. Earthquake is really annoying. If I get Scizor low, it's a little annoying too. They Toxic, it's annoying too. There's a lot of annoyances that could happen here. Just gonna Yui. Garg is strong with potential rocks to threaten the Gliscor. Obviously, Ogerpon's very frustrating to deal with too. But I like the idea of going Garg. The EQ. Just going to recover off. Relatively free. As they're most likely going to go Ogerpon. Yep, to knock off / U-turn. Don't want to give it an attack raise. I think I always go Scizor. On knock. I think I BP on U-turn as well. Just for the chip. For later. Samu most likely KOs me at the range it's at. Oh, that's a roll. If I'm max HP, they actually can't do it. So it would be an interesting play if they tried to do that. I assume rocks will eventually go up, right? I think the damage on Ogerpon is very good, though, because it makes it harder. My win con, I think, is going to be Hoopa, right? I think Hoopa's very good in this game. So we need to be careful, because I think Hoopa's phenomenal. Okay, this is a tough turn, right? Because, like, Aqua Cutter is obviously scary. And it would OHKO me. Wonder if they know anything about me potentially being max HP, though. I'm just going to Yui. I don't really have a choice. I don't feel like I have a good switch into this Mon, so... Yeah, they cease us in KO, which is fair. I'm pretty positive this is Boots. So I shouldn't be able to deal with you. I'm like positive this is Boots. Get our U-turn out on Blissey. Pain Split's free. So is Fog, but then they can Encore. If I go Pain Split on Gliscor coming in, if I go for this on Ogerpon, they can Encore me, which is really annoying, and then I actually can't beat them. I will get in Hoopa soon. I just need Gliscor a little bit weakened, in my opinion. I'm gonna attempt to Wisp. Can't let Ogerpon in for free. Alright, works for me. 25. I get it because they're trying to win the game with that Mon. A Pain Split again. I assume you're playing for that end game of what's it called coming in. Yo, Ogre's annoying as hell, man. Cool. Rocks actually do nothing but stop Gliscor. I'll go for them here just because I can. Saltcure's a little scary for them. I don't think they could actually go... I think they have to go Gliscor pivot, right? If you go hard Ogerpon and nice Saltcure... Aren't you screwed? That's what I thought, yeah. I'm a Saltcure. Nice, we get to stop them, which is awesome. I'm Saltcure again. Cannot let Ogerpon come in for free. If Petron comes out, it dies. Oh, again, Ogerpon has a giant threat. Skarmory coming out is amazing. That's top tier. Body Press hurts. My Psynoise is about the same as Knockoff. Knockoff is just the best play on Blissey. Lovely. I'll Psynoise here. Don't let them all recover. I get a Drain. Probably should just try to kill Blissey, but it looks like my Draco's really good. The biggest issue is going to be the damn Ogerpon coming in and clicking its attack right now. But I do have Terra Bug on Lando. Saltcure is really strong. Obviously, Ogerpon is most likely going to Terra here. I think that's safe. I think I sat Garg. Oh, they U-turn. That's probably best case scenario there. I don't think I need Terra on. Oh. Terra on this would be big, because then I can intimidate Lando at least for late game. Aqua doesn't even kill me though, is the thing. Protect. Knock is smart. I'm Salk here. Yeah, get a lot off here. Again, I'm really worried about Ogre. Doesn't have heals though. Ogre has to Ivy cudgel me, right? With an attack raise. But I think my Terra bug is better. Alright, I'm a Terra here. They flip. I assume Ogre, they're gonna try and go Ogre. Ogre's a little bit aggressive though. Because like if I Salt Cure, I look, he wants Salt Cure, but if I Salt Cure it again, it's bad for them. And I lived double into it, so I'm not actually sure how Fusion's gonna play this. Kind of wish I still had my Scissor. I'm glad I Bullet Punch earlier at least. Okay, Ogre Punk comes out. I'll protect once. See where if they Encore versus not. Thing is, Encore's very good into me. I'll try and Salk here, I guess. If they Terra, they still don't kill me, which is hilarious. Like, it's not guaranteed. Yep, let's go. All right, I get a beautiful Salt Cure off there. Let's go. I'm going to attempt to recover here. I'm going to attempt to recover. I don't know how aggressive Fusion wants to play here, but... because if I protect... they're in a bad spot. Because I could also potentially double protect. Alright, we get the recover off, which is perfect. Ogre's in Ceaseless does not two-shot me. So I can actually afford to go for Salt Cure again. As they go Petulant, which is amazing. So I actually kill Petulant. Ogre comes out. I have to be extremely careful. But I do get a Pain Split guaranteed. Once they play a Sacking Hoopa. Knock off. Okay, we get out the Intimidate here. Kind of have to. I get a U-turn on Gliscor, which is big. Earthquake does 18 to 22. I have to go for Salt Cure. But I feel the need to go for Salt Cure. Earthquake does not two-shot me, so I'm going for Salt Cure. They go Hard Samurott, which is fine. Get a recover off. Endgame's gonna be something, man. I have to sack Wheezing. Go you. This endgame's gonna be something, man. Because you always live Ivy Cudgel. It's gonna be close. The problem is, like, I think I have to go. This also depends if they're adamant or jolly, I guess, too. We'll see. Endgame's gonna be close. How many recovers do I left? 4. That actually might be... Because you go Skarmory here, right? Right, the U-turn, which is smart. I guess Draco does a lot to this guy, too. Let me see. How much does Draco do? Impish. Assume this is Impish, right? How much does U-turn do? 9. Draco does not kill after Protect. Yeah, Draco doesn't kill after Protect. Would you risk Ogerpon here? I think they have a safe endgame by not going hard Ogerpon, yeah. That's fine. I'm forced to Shadow Ball. Ogerpon has to come out and go for knockoff now. Oof. I don't have a knock switch. I think I have to go U. Let him Ivy cudgel me. Go U. I mean, it's an 87% chance to KO me right here with Ivy Cudgel, right? This thing is close as hell, man. Pretty sure I guarantee lose, though. I should have saved my Terra Bug, I guess. I think Terra Water was good, but... Well, I have to go off the throw, right? The U-turn here. It's going to come down to if Lando takes it, which I don't think it does. We drop a Draco. We drop a Draco. I haven't dropped any Dracos in this game. I have not dropped any Dracos in this game. We get the KO. But I think Ogerpon has it. I think this does too much. GG, fam. Alright, that's game 1. So we lost game 1. That was a really good game, though. Damn, good game, man. For real. I think I messed up with Wheezing. I think I definitely messed up with Wheezing. Because I think I should have used Hoopa a little bit stronger into this. Alright, so that's game 1. But it's best of 3. So let's see my other team. You're very strong. Bandit Pole is nice. This is really good into Dragonite. And I'll wait for them to challenge me, though. We'll be right back. Not the Specs Iron Moth into the Heatran. YouTube, buddy. This also looks like boot spam. Dude, Specs Iron Moth and Heatran is crazy. A lot of good Mons in their team. Rotom looks top tier in this game, I'm not gonna lie. Terra Poison's cool too. Rotom checking Dragonite is nice. Petrun and things like that too. I wonder if this is Terra Fly as well. Let's see. Their whole team looks really, really, really weak to Rotom. But I think this is Calm Mind Clef on this build. I've seen this in SBL or something. I've seen this team. It's very annoying. Terra Blast Ghost really strong though. I'm not gonna lie. Terra Blast Ghost really strong. I really like Hat. It's Wisp Heatran, it's a problem too. Oh, I thought I was ignoring spectators. We have options here. Just trying to think. I like Dragapult. I think Dragapult's like the I don't care what you do type of lead. Like that's why I really like that about Dragapult. So I'm gonna U-turn here. If they know the Storm Zone team, then they know they could take a Spec Shadow Ball if I'm Specs. Spec Shadow Ball is actually really strong. They probably do know the Storm Zone team though. We'll see. This Petron's a little annoying. Thing is, max defense Petron. Also, does it get blown up here? I think it'd be a little bit early to Terra. Nah, it doesn't get blown up at all. Are we gonna U-turn? Oh, they know the team. They know the team. For sure, they know the team. They toxic, or they just thought they could take it. Parting shot coming out. Parting shot for sure coming out. I'm gonna double the Hatterene on parting shot. See if I can force myself out and then bring out something strong to deal with them. Gonna go in Heat Trend, that's fine. Considering I have an Iron Moth that's really okay, I want to make this play. But no, I feel like nuzzling this is just dumb though. Yeah, they missed Magma Storm, unfortunately. I'm gonna Volt. Team isn't really weak to rocks, but I don't want rocks on my side. I feel like Pump is just so strong though into them. How much does this do? I'm sure it's Spadef, right? Pump does half. Yo, that's big damage. I'm going for Pump. I think it's worth more than getting up rocks on the other side of the field to what? Hit Ting Lu and Heatran, and then I end up giving up my Hatterene? Yeah, I think that was fine. Right, we Volt on Clef. Gives me my demon. I'm going right for Iron Head. As Za comes out. CC Crunch. CC's annoying. We'll go you. They roar themselves out into Dragonite, which is funny. Great Ting Lu play by the opponent. I think I just spam Draining Kiss now, unless they're going to go out to Heatran. Like, I want Ting Lu gone. Dude, low-key, lowering this guy's speed makes King Gambit go stupid. What the hell stops Gambit? I think it's worth. I think it's actually worth just because it makes Gambit endgame a lot better. Yeah, it makes the Gambit endgame a lot better. And more importantly, my Iron Moth is actually a good Pokemon, so. Alright, we'll bring you out. I assume you go hard Petrunt, or you sack this to try and get a Wisp off. Alright, they gave me Heatran. Perfect. Okay, so my fire moves are free-ish. Free-ish. Ish. I want to put an emphasis on ish. You just Shadow Ball? I feel like Wisp Rotom is so good into everything that it doesn't matter if this guy dies. I would rather Headlong, tank the Shadow Ball. Like, literally tank the Shadow Ball. And then kind of go from there. Terra Ghost here, right? Oh, they just Shadow Balled again. Shoot, that worked out. I'm gonna go right for Iron Head. I didn't think they'd give me this, Mon. Crunch is pretty free. But so is my Terra Blast. How much Rotom take from CC? It takes a good chunk from CC. But if I go Poison on Rotom, I'm kind of bad into a lot of their team. They go for max attack crunch here. How much does that do? Alright, Pult lives. I'll go Pult. Pult living is big. Yeah. Great play. I think they have to crunch again, right? So I'm gonna go for U-turn on Clef. Bring out U. I'm gonna attempt to spin. They might play it in a way that doesn't let me spin, but like I feel like if I spin, I can get in. I feel like Gambit just wins. I end up going Petron, which is a great play. Alright, they gave me Petron too, which is cool for me. Nice. Alright, so we get rid of Petron, so we actually can spin. Ice Fang is their play. I think you always Ice Fang. I'm gonna go Rotom. Yeah. If they CC me here, they die to pump. So I'm a pump. Come on, Rotom. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Are you serious, bro? Oh, well. That sucks. If I Terra... Dragonite scares me. That really sucks, man. Dragonite could just E-speed endgame if I happen, so I can't do that. Even if they crunch, I'd rather go King Gambit because I think King Gambit endgame is better and keeping Rotom alive is important. Yeah, great crunch, but I feel like this is still my play. They need multiple layers of spike so I can get a spin off. I'm just gonna keep flamethrowering. I really do think King Gambit's my endgame, so if I'm bottom mon's dead. Spike come up. Just go for my chip. Cool. Rabbit Spin here. Gambit, Iron Head kills. Probably could have gone Rotom, honestly, and Wisp, but worst case would be they Terra Water here. But I can still flinch. I really don't want them to Terra Water. Good. All right, Gambit, good job, buddy. Rotom kind of did his job. Sucker does not kill yet. I'm gonna sack Rotom here. Crunch. CC there. Sucker does not kill. I have to Terragos SD. Okay, what if I stay regular in SD? Am I a demon if I stay regular in SD? Thoughts? Thoughts? Let me know. If I stay regular on Crunch and SD, what do you guys think? Because that way I take less from Crunch. How much do I take if I Crunch? Oh, I don't take that much. Okay, I don't have to throw. Okay. No defense drop. Nice. I think I always sucker. Clef, I have to Kowtow twice. They Terra Water. They Moonblast. Does not do a lot. Kowtow. KO Clef. I Kowtow twice. I'm going to sucker once because if they roost, I'm out of range of GG. I'm out of range of Earthquake. So even if they outplay me that turn, I can Kowtow freely in the next turn. All right, so we win game 2 with the greatest comeback mon of all time. Although at this point, I want to say that this champion merch is only available until Friday. If you want to pick it up, we're aiming to be a champion, man. We're taking it to game 3 versus a champion. So let's see what happens. And yeah, feel free to check it out. Link down below. Thanks for all the support. All right, game 3. This is like this team he used, I think, in SPL with Specs Curum, which is very deadly. I really like Darkrai initially, so I'm going to start off with Darkrai. This is probably Cobra Berry, so I'm just going to try and Thunder Wave me. I would. But I still think Knockoff is the best play because if I get rid of this Pokemon, it opens up my Dragonite. It's not like he switches in very well to this mon anyway. And I still have Sucker Punch too, so I think this is okay. Like for instance, if a Gambit comes out. Trying to think. Knocked at 42. Knocked at 42. Dark Pulse still does a lot, so I'm going for Dark Pulse, I think. Basically, I think getting damage on this guy was worth it because I feel like my Dragonite can win. As long as I get damage on Pokemon like Gambit and Pokemon like... I need damage on Curum. And I guess Ace technically too. Getting damage on Ace would be real nice. Also, potentially killing this would be nice too. I want to go out to Golden Go, but I feel like it wasn't the play. I'm extremely weak to Specs Curum, so I got to be careful around that demon. All right, Great Tusk comes right out. It has leftovers. Most likely still has CC though. So I want to be careful into that. Like, why would you bring out Great Tusk if you're not CC? I'll make the hard Golden Go play. Nice. I live Headlong Rush and then Dazzling Gleam at -1, I think, kills. Yeah, I think that's my play. Slowking comes out. I mean, I'm just going to plot up in front of you, right? Because if I get a hit off on Cinderace, I don't take much. And more importantly, obviously Curum's problematic, don't get me wrong. But more importantly, I get damage on Cinderace, which is going to open up my... Damage on Ace is going to open up my Dragonite. So, let's see what happens. Alright, Great Tusk comes out. I need to Shadow Ball you. Because, again, Dragonite opened up. Obviously, Curum is super strong to me, which is what they're going for. Very obviously, Specs Curum is what they're going for. Alright, go ahead and Blizzard. Yeah, we get them out of there. I unfortunately get frozen, which sucks, because they can chilly out again. That is what it is, though. That freeze is annoying. Because I need Chip on Slowking to win the game with Dragon Dance. Zapdos comes out. I assume Zapdos would just go for U-turn or Hurricane. The Hurricane Raw, which is fine. But they want to try and get T-Spike up on my side. I can see them doing that. They just discharged there. I'm gonna go D-Knight. And Dragon Dance. Kyurem comes out. If I Terra, I kill them. Not always, though. I think I Terra and Dragon Dance up again. Thing is, at +2, I don't always kill King Gambit either. What did he up again? I did 40 something, which is nothing. Gonna Roost. Because I can Dragon this up a couple times. I'm +2 now, so I can avoid a T-Wave. I've already given up my Terra, unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. And we can get a +3, I think. I definitely Roost. If they go Zapdos, I have Covert Cloak, so I can get a third Dragon Dance. And again, with that Covert Cloak, I don't have to worry too much. Okay, so they end up Terra Icing here and going for Ice Beam again, which does that. Their next Ice Beam cannot kill me. %, chance to do. I need to go for it until I'm like at random 71. So I'm gonna Roost again with my Covert Cloak. Okay, I'm gonna go for one more Roost. Basically, I'm trying to make it that I have enough to two-shot them with Terra Blast. Now that they've already given this up, I need to make sure that I'm at. I just don't want them to get the 18% roll, so I'm hoping for a lower roll. It is what it is. Just get the 18%. Don't get the 18% roll, man, please. Thank you. So we get the next kill with Terra Blast. Should I EQ? I should always EQ. There's no reason not to. Surely, right? I don't even KO King Gambit Earthquake. Whatever, I always EQ, I KO you. I don't even KO King Gambit with Earthquake, which is a problem. Please go Zapdos. Go Zapdos, go Zapdos, go Zapdos. Okay, they go Gambit. There's a 50-50 here. Which I really hate. 50-50s. I Roost once, they can lose. EQ. I don't get the roll, unfortunately. Do not get the roll. I think I always bulk up here. Damn, not getting that roll is big. I got the play right, but not the roll. Stone Edge? Nothing? Hurricane misses. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If this lands, I win. DPP, I believe in you. Okay. They give me that. DPP, I believe in you. I should not have believed. Ivy Cudgel kills. Ivy Cudgel does kill. Goodbye. I think it's gonna come down to endgame with these guys. U-turn from no attack ace, which I'm assuming they are. 32. This should be defensive ace on this team. This is offensive that. I think Dark Pulse and the sucker kills ace. So this endgame is gonna be interesting. Go see. Ace comes out. I think I have to Ivy Cudgel no matter what. I suppose if this is more offensive, then it's a different game, but because then it comes down to paralyzed Darkrai, right? All right, so they give me that Mon, which is perfect. That did 0. Let me get rid of Libero as your ability. Pyro Ball still kills. Damn. GG, fam. I had Dark Pulse. So Dark Pulse and the sucker always killed. But thank you, fam. Crazy games. Dark Pulse and the sucker always killed. But I had to not get fully paralyzed, which was big there. But all right, we end up making it to round 3, excuse me, versus Fusion. Phenomenal games, honestly. And yeah, it's crazy that like versus Gambit, if I get the roll, I also win, but I can't like not acknowledge the luck. This is Min. I can't not acknowledge the luck that happened there. But yeah, I was Black Glasses, Dark Pulse. So Dark Pulse and the sucker could kill, but I don't know. They got close. Anyway, thank you Storm Zone for all the help, and I'll see you guys in round 3.